Week 5 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Bengals and the Ravens on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup.
Well, CD, I mean, this is a team, we've talked about it, they've really struggled to throw the football. In fact, they're at the bottom of the league in that category. And in this one, they go up against a squad that is number one at defending the pass. So this should be interesting here in this ballgame.
So what you're saying is that anytime that quarterback drops back, that secondary is already smelling blood in the water. They're thinking pass breakups, interceptions, but also look up front. What about the pass rushers? This is their opportunity to go ahead and get to the quarterback. This battle is going to be very interesting to watch unfold.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Take it in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Quickly to the air is Burrow.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
On third down, Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Chase.
8 catches, 58 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Now it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his third 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 78 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And they run the option on second down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On third and short, they'll try option left. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Play action. It's Burrow. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll start with the option.
The quick feet by Jackson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
The quick feet by Jackson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals set to take over. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt him 3 times. The fumble cost him potential points. Then you watch your opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
First down there for T. Higgins. Don't let it be lost in Jamar Chase's phenomenal season. The Higgins had a big year for Cincinnati as well. topped the 1,000-yard plateau for the first time, and he did it despite missing a few games with injuries. The third-year man could give Cincy a pair of Pro Bowlers at the position here in 2022.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Burrow looking to pass. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. That one complete to Prochet.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Marty, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
The Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. To throw is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson. Jackson and C.D. Dowling puts him over 100 yards now for a ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season as the top running backs in the league.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run with a late signee in camp. This is Kenyon Drake.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball. Because
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 30. 10, 5, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1. Now Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 11.
Burrow will throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raven offense going to take over late in this 1st half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll go underneath here to Drake.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. To throw again on second down. Jackson.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
Taylor now to return it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
To Mixon on the check down, finding room at midfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he lost the football. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
They'll run it with Pirine. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he's got it.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
The Bengals will line up for this point conversion.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short And they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. The quick feet by Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Jackson running again.
Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Demarcus Robinson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside handoff to Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Burrow looking to pass. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Bengals.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Touchdown, Bengals!
T. Higgins from 6 yards away. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins, taken down at the 47-yard line. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guys time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Oh no, he lost the football. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Burrow.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Working the middle here. That's complete to Sample, the tight end. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Here's Burrow. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with a defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Here we go with Burrow. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 31-28. A little under 50 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Throwing, Jackson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Jackson to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bengals, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York